everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am, of course, your host, Rogan. Roganautica to some. We're here to discuss politics and religion pretty exclusively in very serious and depressing terms. Hi, Lincoln. Jasper, my cat can cook you. What's up? Trey. What's going on, Trey? How are you? I have not hit the gym today. It's true. It's true. I've not hit the gym. Me and you gonna be good friends, working. Police dude, you're dying. Oh my god. I'm a horror artist. The Organator. Really? I did eat kale. Yes. I ate. Hello, Ghoulie. A horror artist, the Organator. You know what? I want to click on that. How is everybody? How are you, Ghoulie? Ain't no protein in kale. I had a foot-long meatball sub with a whole bunch of jalapenos. And the girl who made it for me was frankly far too young to be as into me as she was. It's crazy the eyes that girl was making at me. She couldn't have been more than 20. She's really cute. Women need to just not look at me like that. Just, it's fine. It's just depressing. It's like, it actually seems like a waste. Like, how much women like me is wasted on me while I am not interested in, like, that. Like, I can't somebody else have the Riz? Like, I don't need it. I'm not using it. I'm using it for this, I guess. I guess it's like obliquely sex appeal in here at all times. Dude, are you getting after police or me? Yeah. John Porky is basically telling me he's going to insist that we chase women together. And yeah. I mean, I don't have any intention of shunning the company of women, but I will deny them my essence. What was I trying to do? Oh, right, I wanted to click on that. Rogan, you a player? I used to be, man. Though I was the kind of guy who always thought he was in love. Like, I wasn't really a player. Like, I had lots of women, but I chased really hard in an obnoxious way. And I was always sure it was just, like, true love and, like, a close, yeah. I always thought it was true love. I was always obsessed with women. How many women have you slept with? I lost track of the body count about 250, about 30 years ago. Ever been with a 10 out of 10 Russian? Yeah, it seems like a crazy high number, but look, I was the singer for a popular band in a small town that was a college town. So there were new girls every year. Like, that seems weirdly creepy and misogynistic to say it that way, but... and I traveled a lot. So, like, there's this effect whereby you come and go from a place. When you come back, you know what? Women like me too much anyway. Nobody should have given me such power. I don't know. I like the sex appeal, the charisma in here. At over 200 sounds like cap? Really? I don't know what to tell you. Well, last time I really tried to count them, it was pushing 200, and I was only up to like several years previously to... Agility, how are you? Ever been with a Lebanese woman? No. Is it lagging for anyone else? Yeah, I mean, I was a singer for a band. You've been with a lot of women, but you ain't in the triple digits. How old are you? Like, I got married in 2008. How many of them were actually men? I'm not counting men. Uh, Mid-20s. Yeah, see. You you feel like you're cleaning up and you have a lot of women when you're 23 and the number is like 25. 10 years later, you're like, how the fuck many? Like, your game for chasing women improves as you get older. I mean, I don't like you see who I am. Like, I can just walk into a bar and just make eye contact with the most gorgeous woman in the place, and we'll leave together 10 minutes later. Like, it's like that sometimes with me. Um, it's probably still like that with me. Women really like me. I don't do that anymore. Like, I'm just not. I'm really scared. Like, I'm just frightened. I wouldn't want to hook up with anyone. The whole idea scares me. um, I don't know why I was so reckless. Like, I don't understand how. I mean, I really believed in love. I really liked sex. Like, I can't imagine that now. Like, I can't. Like, why would you even want to do that? You haven't smoked weed in 2 weeks, got a whole ounce. Just don't make me feel right anymore. Not enjoyable. So I'm getting weird about weed too. Main reason I still smoke weed at all is because I compulsively smoke, and I'll smoke tobacco if I don't smoke weed, and it's worse. Um, uh, it seems too psychedelic for me now. Like the thing where weed sets off pre-psychotics and makes them wiggly. Like weed does that to me a little bit now. I don't like being really stoned, and it doesn't take much to make me incapable of, like, to get stoned enough to be confused about the tasks and the order of operations at a day job that's bullshit for $10 an hour. It's really easy. Like I can just take 3 hits and I'm cooked. Um, like I eat these Delta 9 gummies to THC gummies to keep my nerves straight. Cutie pie, how are you? I forgot to say hello. Um, um, these Delta 9 gummies, I don't know, eat a quarter of a gummy, eat a quarter of a gummy. I just ate a half of one because I'm planning to pass out soon, and a big spoonful of kratom. Um, yeah, I don't know. It disagrees with me. Like it's getting more and more psychedelic as it gets older. I know my it was the same way with my father. Like my father got to be about 50. You're lying on the sidewalk outside of the bar. Why? It hurts to move? What hurts to move? You're right there. Um, so yes, I ate a foot-long Subway sandwich. I got a quart of oil, threw it in the car. I mean, it just got me paranoid anymore. I don't get really paranoid, but I get stupid. And I get this weird wandering schizo brain. Like my internal monologue is just wandering in the flower beds. Um, Sort of like trailing off into nothingness and weirdness at the edges of every thought and every sentence in the internal monologue in a really weird way that's really distracting. It feels sort of schizophrenic. Um, uh, and much more like I used to be a guy who smoked a shitload of weed all the time just to be level and normal. Like that's how I ended up getting into restaurant work because it's basically normal. Always has been. Even back when weed was a drug that was antisocial to smoke, white people wouldn't smoke it before work at all. You'd get fired for smoking it. Like I got into restaurant work because in restaurant work they expect you to be stoned. You eat shrooms, you microdose, it works better for me. Were we talking about that the other day? Because I don't like psilocybin mushrooms, but if the dipstick was dry, you need more than one quart. I thought I would check a little later for Honda. But I figured I would put one in before I went on the road. Maybe two more. In any case, like, I'm already like, I don't have enough gas money now. I'm down to like, I don't know, what was that? 14 plus 9 for the Subway sandwich, 23. 174. I guess it doesn't matter then if I buy another quart of oil. Your buddy grows shrooms holding caps? Like the psilocybin ones, huh? Um, I've never had I don't know if you were in here when I was talking about it, but I've ended up in the hospital on psilocybin mushrooms so many times that I'm scared of them. Like, I've only taken them like 5 times, and like 3 of those times I ended up in the hospital for reasons that had nothing to do with the mushrooms. Like, it's really weird. One of those times, I took a multivitamin with a weird herbal supplement in it. Like, it was one of those fancy multivitamins that's like, here's the normal vitamins, and then there's a long list of bizarre herbal stuff that's like a proprietary blend. Super fancy vitamins. So my mother had some of these in her kitchen, and me and my bass player, Jeff Folling, were tripping on mushrooms in the basement, working on music. It gets to be like 4 in the morning, and well, first, when we took the mushrooms, I was like, so Jeff, every time I take mushrooms, I go to the hospital. So just be prepared. You're going to have to drive to the emergency room later. And he's like, all right. So 4 in the morning, like, as later, the sun's coming up. Sun's coming up. We were rolling late. So he goes home. He just lives like a mile up the road. He drives home. And I eat a meal and take one of these multivitamins. I'm poking around in the cabinet and I find my mom's multivitamins. And I'm like, okay, I'll take a vitamin. I was just tripping. I should vitamin up. So like 40 minutes later, I start feeling prickly. I turn red and I'm poofing up all over, like massive allergic reaction. And I call Jeff and I'm like, I know you're going to think I'm joking, but I really need you to drive me to the emergency room. I'm having an allergic response to something nuts out. Is it hallucinogenic mushrooms? Yeah, I'm talking about hallucinogenic psilocybin mushrooms. I just got a notification about something, and you do take blotters too? I mean, I used to, yeah. I mean, I'm only just now starting to be mentally well enough to, I mean, the last time I ate acid, the setting was so rough it threw me loopy, and it's half the reason I'm still suicidal now. I say, suicidal mushrooms. Is it hallucinogenic mushrooms? You guys, Trey, quit being weird at police, dude. So, I'm gonna have to unmod you, Trey, if you keep being weird at police, dude. Come on. Did she get on the Greyhound today? Yes. You know what? I have not confirmed that. Where's all the Quaaludes at, bro? They got discontinued in the 90s. I'm like the youngest guy who took real Quaaludes. I took real Hypnols a few times. It's all right, Trey. Thank you for apologizing. Why are you gay? Psilocybin mushrooms are just DMT extended release? Oh, I do not think so, sir. Let's see. Or I'm gonna. It's gonna be swirly for a second. I'm gonna go message Red. Okay, Red's on the bus. Red is on the bus. Batmite. You're really cool, dude. Thank you, Sonny Paws. So yeah. So I puffed up. Like, Jeff gets back in the car, and I'm still tripping pretty good on the mushrooms. I puffed up like I looked like the Thing from Fantastic Four, except without the like brick lines. Like my whole face was puffed out like this much farther than it should have been. Really painful, but it wasn't. Like, and it was so weird looking that like we're driving to the hospital, and I'm like, clearly I could just fail to breathe any second here, but it's almost worth the risk for photos to get like a disposable camera at the convenience store, because this is crazy looking. No, it wasn't the mushrooms, Trey. I've taken mushrooms several other times. It was a response to this vitamin. Like, I'd taken the mushrooms, 6 hours go by. I took a multivitamin with a bunch of weird herbal stuff in it. It was something in the vitamins. So do you ever worry about dying? I look forward to it so much. Oh my God, it's kind of the only thing I really want to do. It's your greatest fear. Why are you scared of dying? So I died on the table for a second at the hospital that night. Anaphylactic shock. Yeah, like I died for a second. They got out the paddles, but then I snapped back. Like, it was like I was lying on the. You don't think there is anything after? Well, if you find that frightening, just don't think about it. I have the same thing there. When I consider the possibility that it's just emptiness and darkness, I get vertiginous. It's literally like standing at the top of a cliff. Uh, if you cease to exist, it's fine. It's just fine. Like you don't, there's no, but if you consider the vastness of a world without you, beyond you, before and behind you, yeah, it's vertiginous. It's literally like standing at the top of a cliff. It makes you sad because you'll miss your love. Memories are beautiful. Um, I hope that it's nothing because my memories are all painful. It's funny you say that. I don't really. We're all dead already since 2021. That is when the continuity changed, right? It's post-crisis since then. Your grandma died, Sonny Paws. When? That sucks. Oh, Healy, yes, I never really wanted to be alive. I've never really wanted to be alive. I have an immune system disorders caused by early childhood food poisoning, and it's like fingernails on a chalkboard all the time. Like I just feel terrible all the time. When I was a kid, I just woke up screaming 10, 15 times a night. Um, uh, yeah, I just look forward to it being over. It's so uncomfortable being alive. Ollie's girl, how are you? Tyson, how are you? You're waiting to see if the cops flip around on you. What's your diet like? Plop, plip, dude. I ate a foot-long Subway sub tonight. How far did I make it today? Nowhere. The village announcer. I'm still in the same hotel. My heart wasn't going to take driving out this morning. I had to take a day without cigarettes. And to rest up, to underdo the stimulants. This ain't the earth we were born on before. Man, I've seen physical evidence that the continuity changed. I don't like to talk about it. Things are different. It's not the same world. Like, one thing, my obsession with going through long lists of movies. Falcon, thanks for being here. Summer, it's not too late to get saved. From what? Is the town you're in cute at least? I'm in Casper. Casper looks boring. Where's all the MDMA at, bro? I don't know. I haven't taken that shit in years, man. I'm about to be in Portland, Oregon. You can probably buy that at the corner store in Portland. Life is but a dream anyway. I am always in pain. You can't pretend it's a dream if you're in pain. Unfortunately. God makes sure I feel bad. I don't remember seeing the moon in the sky all the time, but now I do in the daytime. Did you move somewhere, Ghoulies Grotto, where the horizon's different? Positioning is different? I don't. After the 2021, I talk about it like it's a continuity rewrite. Like a reset, like the Secret Wars or the Crisis of Infinite Earths. Like I joke about it being the post-crisis era as a reference to Crisis of Infinite Earths, the comic book. Pancreatitis here, I feel pain daily. Yeah, it never stops, and you have to learn to enjoy life despite it being unenjoyable. Like Buddha said, life is suffering, but it isn't for everybody. Oh my God, what was I talking about before I got distracted? Autoimmune stuff, the nightmares going back up to seeing the moon. Oh, right, the continuity. So, also, I forgot to do this. Live chat, not just top chat. There we go. Jesus loves you, thank you. You got to go to the cemetery if you're a town called Casper. You know what? You do have a point. I'm so nervous about the car. I don't want to drive it anywhere extra. Right? Like right now going through shit, but I'm glad to be with my mother. She's a character. Love her. Awesome. I miss my parents. So, right. One thing about the rewriting the continuity in 2021, 2020, 2021, like, well, I think Trump was actually a first big indicator of the rewriting the continuity. That's just weird. He's a TV reality star, and he shouldn't have. That just shouldn't have happened. It's like bad writing. Um, but like literally, John Herbert. Don't want to sound rude, but you're starting to get a lot more grays up there. I thought I had less. I thought they were going. I was going gray a lot faster last year when my nerves were screwed up. I like the gray. I like the way it's coming in like Mr. Fantastic. It's really cool looking. Um, I'm going to go become a wizard. Be right back. All right, Falcon. Take care. The lyrics in the Cheers theme song changed from the show Cheers. That's another Mandela effect. WAP, I've seen Mandela effect things that are just specific to me that I'm sure of. Also, Moonraker. Okay, you know the thing where I know, right? We ain't gonna never know with Trump. He's something else, but nevertheless, I respect the man. I don't want to get into dissing or disrespecting the president. Um, yeah, I'm not. I don't like talking about politics in here much. It comes up. There's no way to avoid it. Um, I go through. I'm radically anti-Trump, but I understand why people voted for him, so I try not to go after people about it. There wasn't anything better. Even the time he lost, I don't. Biden obviously didn't turn out better, but I don't like talking about this stuff. Not until I see a light at the end of the tunnel. When the politics looks like there's a clear shot to a future for the country, I will turn political big time. But I don't see it yet. I have hopes for the socialists, the Arab socialists. I have hopes. He could disable your internet or something if you talk bad about him on a live stream. I just don't. I don't think it's. I think it's inappropriate to badmouth political leadership from a nationalist perspective, unless that's your job. Like you, if I'm specifically a political guy whose job is to criticize on an attack level public political figures, rant about issues, like okay, but I'm not. It's not my job, so I shouldn't really say terrible things about the political leaders, no matter how I feel about them. It's just not what we do in here. Um, uh, so the continuity rewrite, I'd rather still have communism. I would too. I'm a radical socialist. Um, I think, but uh, we'll see what happens. There will be massive changes around here in the near future for sure. Um, but what I do on YouTube should never be affected by any what I would prefer to do on YouTube shouldn't ever be affected by politics. Like it doesn't matter. Everything goes radical socialist. Everything goes radical fascist. I should still be able to do what I do in here. I just don't feel like being political enough to be unwanted by the authorities ever. Like it's just not. There's other guys who are better at that. And I'm too old to want to get in the riots and the protests. Um, Hail Satan soup. I don't want to move at all from where I'm at. Well, I mean, clearly nobody's going to make you. Um, do you have any of your books with you? Wait a second. How did I miss all these comments? I have like I have all my books in the trunk, actually. There's like 20. I forgot to finish explaining to somebody uh, what my book, Cummins or Power Stroke. I don't know what that means. Rogan, just say yes and let's elope. I mean, let me get my cats and Red situated in Portland. Oman. Can I be a live streamer in Oman? You want to run away though. You said elope. You don't want me to come to you. Um, you're sorry if you're causing drama. I don't. Well, I mean, it's all right, man. It's all right. Also, Barack Obama said that Nelson Mandela died in 2014. Nelson Mandela already died, and they're saying he died again. He died like 3 times. Um, I remember. I'll just come to you. Don't worry. All right. Bet. Um, uh, venereal discharge. Hello. I'm not real big on greetings from venereal discharge entering the conversation, but you know, At least it's not in my pants. At least it's not in my pants. Um, um, uh, so the continuity rewrite. One thing is, um, uh, I should really just start writing notes on the stuff I'm trying to cover. Let me take some notes on all the several threads I don't want to lose here real quick. Hold on. I had a marker. Where did it go? Where did it go? There it is. I believe the Mandela effect is real. Yeah, I was gonna say I've got a couple of effects. I've got a couple of examples that I'm just sure of. That I am just sure of. Um, I used to think the answer was taxing billionaires. Then I did the math and realized we would maybe increase the federal budget by max 2 or 3% if we did that. You need an 85% at least marginal tax rate for anyone making over like a million. Um, you you should literally tax billionaires until they're millionaires. Nobody should be a billionaire. That's just disgusting. Kick them out of the country. They want to keep $1 billion. Let them take it somewhere where people are scum and they aren't human and they steal from their neighbors until they're so fucking rich that they're fucking monsters and need to have their fucking throats cut. That's what we ought to do with billionaires. And there's one trillionaire. Coming for him, he deserves a lot more than have his fucking throat cut. That racist South African son of a bitch. Correct? We need to tax only billionaires. Yeah, I mean, I don't yeah, I mean, I don't know about all that. I feel like we should have a flat tax for anyone who actually makes money at a job because it's close enough to reasonable and libertarians like it. You can win conservatives over with it. I think we should have a flat tax up to like 1 million. I don't know, what's the maximum that you can actually spend on how you live? 3 million a person? If you're rolling like a boss? So like collective decision making of all the biggest companies. We also need to have a system whereby corporations are treated like people in the sense that they can be executed or imprisoned. Um, well, if you study books, you can become rich healthily. It's just how the world does it is fucked. There's no normal way to get rich. You can do better than your parents, and by 4 generations, you own a couple of houses and stuff, and you can go on vacations. But you don't get rich that way. Hard work never makes you rich. Luck and promotion and placement and certain kinds of skills, what you go into. But it's almost always unethical. I need to be noticed in 10 streams by midnight for me. Wish me luck on your stream. Your stream is one of my 10 ones on my list. You're my last one, by the way. Zach. I think you've been noticed. We noticed you. So, take care, police dude. Feel better. Down for this head, damn Rogan, I see you. I'm a capitalist and we should exclusively tax billionaires. We're all capitalists. I mean, I feel like socialism exists to create a level playing field against which an independent operator who considers himself a capitalist libertarian can get ahead by his own. You can't lift yourself up by your bootstraps if somebody isn't taking care of the road you're walking on, right? You got to have a healthcare system. You got to have safety net backdrops for when you have sudden illness or, like part of the reason I ended up homeless, I was in a car accident. My knee got fucked up, destroyed my life. That shouldn't happen. Anyway, so the continuity. One example I have is the James Bond movie Moonraker. Now, you guys know I'm an obsessive movie nerd. I always have been. Like when I was 6 years old, I was taking notes on the technical specs and figuring out what things like best boy meant. A libertarian under certain political leaders and a socialist under other political leaders. Yeah, I mean, it's common sense solutions. Those are the two. I feel like you want to be a libertarian. If you want to operate in the world like an Ayn Rand hero, then you need basic socialist protections for that to happen. And Ayn Rand would have actually agreed. Like the idea that we just have a healthcare system that just cripples people and steals from them, Ayn Rand would have been horrified. The idea that you just let people die in the streets of preventable illness, the godmother of libertarianism would have been horrified. She would never have gone for that. That is true, but also how I see it is if people are getting what they need while I get what I need, coming to an understanding and agreement, that's how I'd want to go down. From each according to their abilities, to each according to their needs, is a baseline. Past that, it should be enabled that if you want to get ahead like a motherfucker, you can. And yeah, you need complex socialist controls to enable that, and you need to pull the rug out from under some shell game bullshit like the real estate market. Ayn Rand was an extreme bitch, very cold-hearted from what I've read. You should read more. She makes a point of coming out strong, like one should be cold and ruthless about being logical about what benefits society. But her idea was that if we are all ruthlessly selfish and self-centered in everything, then the intersection between our selfishness, pursued rationally and ethically, will arrive at a perfect society. But it requires that everybody act ethically. No thieving, no incompetence. Like, it's utopian. It's utopian thinking. Ayn Rand was crazy. She was a methamphetamine nut. I don't know if you guys know that. Ayn Rand was really into methamphetamine when it was legal. And when it was discontinued, she stopped using it. Like, her output during meth being legal was The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged. So, you know. Not going to happen. People are selfish. I don't think it's natural to be selfish in such a way that you steal what you don't need. That's just bad ethics. She developed extreme right wing because she came from extreme left wing. Yeah, Russia fell to the commies. The Red Russia became red while she was 19 years old. She was an aristo, czar's cousin, whatever. The commies took over, and suddenly they were forced to, like, literally let 50 strangers move into every room in their mansion and stuff like that. She hated communism so much. I don't know if you know the story about how she escaped commie Russia. She figured she couldn't escape if she seemed to be making any plan to escape. So she got everything she owned down to, like, one backpack and took a train as north as you could go, as west as you could go without seeming to be traveling. And then just walked. Like, she went to Siberia, walked a day north, walked 5 days west, and then walked south again. She just didn't stop walking. Like, it was so cold that if she'd stopped to build a fire, she couldn't build a fire or anything. She just walked in the cold without stopping for several days so that she wouldn't freeze to death. Just straight walked out of commie Russia. It's an amazing story. But yeah, a lot of Ayn Rand's, it's like the way Aleister Crowley, like when you find out Aleister Crowley was a preacher's son, like, then you're like, oh, I see, it's reactionary. Her hatred of communism and socialism is reactionary. She had a good reason. There shouldn't be trillionaires, though. No, there shouldn't be billionaires. There shouldn't. There really isn't. I mean, being filthy rich to the point where you could have everything you ever wanted doesn't go past 10 or 20 million. It really doesn't. Like, there's no... So the continuity. Moonraker, you may or may not know. Moonraker, hey Jelly. Moonraker was one of many James Bond movies, of course. Moonraker stars Roger Moore. If you're familiar with the famous cases of Mandela effect, you'll know about the bit with the girl with the braces. Here's how it went. In Moonraker, there's a minor comic villain named Jaws. He's a hitman, works for the evil guys. And there's a weird moment at the end where, like, there's a funny looking cute girl. Like, she's nerdy and weird and looks autistic and he smiles and he's got like the weird metal teeth he's been using to bite people the whole movie. And she smiles back and she's got braces, like a teenager. Does she have braces again? Okay, so this is what I'm explaining, right? The Mandela effect that has occurred is that she doesn't have braces. I guess the shot is there in the movie. I not only clearly remember it, I have 3 distinct different memories of it that are developmentally placed along my understanding of the cinema. Red is on her way to Portland on a Greyhound right now. I'm leaving in the morning in the car. Um, so, so the first James Bond movie I ever saw was Moonraker. It came out when I was in first grade, and my mom decided to be uptight about me seeing a James Bond movie when I was 6. He's too young. It's creepy, violent. It's too much sex. Um, so I vividly remember the the braces. Like I remember the moment with the braces, and thinking it was funny when I was 6. Then when I saw it again on John Alexander Blocked. When did that happen? Why are you blocked? You did nothing wrong. I don't see. Did that just happen? Uh, I don't. I don't see you. Adler, somebody just sent me $1 at PayPal with the note in the notification saying, "Why did I get blocked for no reason?" I have their full real name in PayPal, but I don't think that's their name in the chat. I wish their note had said. I saw the notification from the $1, mister, but who's your favorite rapper? I've never gotten into rap. Believe it or not. Okay. Did that just happen? That didn't just happen, did it? It happened like last night or something. Hold on. Let me see if that's your handle, then I can just go into my controls and fix that. Hold on a second. Jelly, somebody is sending me $1 at a time twice at PayPal to get unblocked. Somebody just sent me $1 so that I would see the note in my notification that said, I've been blocked for no reason. And when I said I saw your real name, but I don't know what your name was in the chat, they sent another $1. So obviously they literally paid $2 for me to drop what I'm doing and fix this. So I'm going to. Watch, it's going to turn out to be somebody I blocked. The girl with the braces from Moonraker. That's what I'm talking about. So I vividly remember it 3 different times, and I have 3 different specific. Let me finish explaining. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Settings, community moderation, user management. God damn it. Why is my mouse not... Oh, I'm right clicking. I don't have a quick temper. I'm fine. Andres, name 1975. How are you? Try to get some tea or hot water while you... I missed something. All right, hold on. All right. There you go. You should be able to comment now. Unblocked. Okay, so Moonraker came out when I was in first grade. I remember all the circumstances vividly. I was sleeping over at my rich friend's house. They let me... I lied. I told them my mom said it was fine for me to go see the James Bond movie when she had not. So I remember the braces. I thought it was funny and cute. Then I saw it again a couple years later on either network TV or home video. And I remember distinctly being like just old enough to think the sexy parts were sexy. Like, I don't know, 10 or 11, but being weirded out by how the funny looking girl with braces was actually kind of hot, and weirded out by the idea that she's going to hook up with Jaws. Like that's just weird. Like had like these almost moments of sexual fantasies, like right at that age range. And then again later, as a teenager, I saw Moonraker again on home video when I was renting movies on beta all the time, and I was catching up on all the James Bond movies. And by then, I had realized like the Roger Moore James Bond movies were they're kind of mid at best, and the bit with the braces girl is just kind of a low. It's just pitched into the gallery on a couple levels. Three distinct memories of my perception of that moment changing from viewing to viewing over the course of my childhood. There's just no way I hallucinated that. I remember thinking, Jaws had metal teeth. No, I distinctly remember the braces 3 different times at 3 different ages over about a 5 or 6 year period. I'm just sure of it. Like you can't wobble me on that. I've seen some in my own timeline. The Nelson Mandela thing that's really weird is like when I heard about the Mandela effect. I don't remember the thing is that people remember, and what the other thing is that is actually correct. But I remember Nelson Mandela dying of some kind of stomach cancer in the early mid-90s. And every time it would come up, I would think, didn't he die of some kind of gut cancer in the early mid-90s? I could have sworn. And I saw a video on YouTube about the Mandela effect that said, like, maybe there's even another alternate reality because somebody had found a textbook, a high school textbook somewhere, which stated that Nelson Mandela died of some kind of stomach cancer in the early mid-90s. And they showed the paragraph, and I was like, okay, that's the textbook from my timeline. Like, so the Bernstein Bears is totally like that one too. You still have art block. Oh, I thought of one for you after I watched. Oh, Jelly. You should draw Red's dog. You should draw a husky. If you're good at dogs. Some said he died in prison, but I remember him coming out. I think the reason some people remember him dying in prison, Ghoulies Grotto, is because they get him confused with Stephen Biko. Stephen Biko, if anyone doesn't know, was a South African. It was a race murder. It was like the George Floyd thing here. It was a flashpoint for protest and horror and shock and outrage in South Africa. He was beaten to death in prison. There's a Peter Gabriel song about him. But I think that like white people who were only vaguely aware of South African political matters had Stephen Biko and Nelson Mandela confused. Pretty sure. What about the cornucopia? So I remember that the other way too. Yep. But my personal continuity, like this is really weird, you guys. Like there's a couple, but one was, so I was in Tampa, and I was going through everything I own and just ruthlessly throwing out shit so that I could get what I owned down to just several boxes. So personal memorabilia, stuff like that, all going. I was kind of high on speed, and so I was being ruthless. But I wasn't so high on speed that I was hallucinating anything. So I was taking Adderall. So I'm going through boxes, and I'm like, I don't need this, I don't need this. Personal photographs of ex-girlfriends, love letters, it's all going. So, 2001 was the year that we promoted my movie, The Attic Expeditions, at Dragon Con. I know this for a fact because Dragon Con is the first weekend in September. That year, it was like, I think it was August 31st it started. Melissa Ballin, producer on Attic Expeditions, rode back to Mississippi from Atlanta, Georgia, with me and Whitney in our car to stay at my place in Mississippi for a week and do a draft of a script with me for Freezer Burn. She got stuck in New Orleans because the morning she was flying back to LA was 9/11. The planes hit the towers right when she was supposed to be boarding a plane in New Orleans. And so she was stuck getting lit in a New Orleans hotel on the mom's emergency credit card for like a week before they like would let her fly back out to LA. But I know that because my copy of the shooting script for Freezer Burn, the finish date on the script is 9/11, it's 9/10/2001. And the movie ends with a dark shadow falling across New York City that it's implied is the end of the world. Like everybody in New York looks up as a shadow goes overhead. That's like it's supposed to be a UFO or something. So it's really ominous. That end scene got cut from the final movie. Yes, Jelly. Jelly, you can't be timing people out for no reason. That just has to stop. Come on. Dominic, I see you. I'm gonna change that to a 10-second timeout. Still have art block and this chat sucks. Who are you? What's the movie name? So the movie I wrote that came out that we promoted it at Dragon Con is called The Attic Expeditions. Has Jeffrey Combs is in it. Alice Cooper is in it. Seth Green is in it. I'm in it. Seth Green murders me with the typewriter, which is appropriate, as it turns out. They never paid me for this movie. Jelly, you just gotta be. You can't just time people out for mercurial personal reasons. You don't have to. Your mods time you out for no reason. That's what we have to. We can't have that anymore. Right. We cannot have that anymore. We just can't have it. You are not useless, Jelly, but we don't need mods who are doing it wrong. It's all right. Attic Expeditions was on Tubi not long ago. Second movie I wrote, Freezer Burn, I was too ill to direct it, and that was the plan, and they went ahead without a director, and it's a train wreck. Melissa's brother cut it. They never paid me. Oh my God, yeah. You'll talk to Seth Green. Do you know him? I don't have his current number, actually. Jelly, you know you're my favorite. Or useless. If you were here, my daughter would still be in the car for the road trip, all right? Come on. What's on Tubi? The first movie I wrote, The Attic Expeditions. The second movie I wrote, Freezer Burn, was such a train wreck it never came out. That's on YouTube. Jelly, you're good. We can get you some voice work on Robot Chicken. I have a pitch for something to make with Seth if I ever get caught all the way back up to professional screenwriting work. I haven't bothered to get in touch with him until I have a good reason. I'm not ready to go back to work yet. I'm getting closer. My mental health is coming around. What's on YouTube? The second movie I wrote, Freezer Burn, the movie, directed by Melissa Ballin. I think you'll find it if you just search Freezer Burn and my name or Melissa's name. It has a great cast, but Melissa kind of train wrecked it. It's kind of incoherent. It's not my fault. So that one's on. Jelly, you mean a hell of a lot to me. All right. You're not useless. Feeling useless is just a feeling. You're not useless, Jelly. If you were here, I would have somebody to go out and have fun with. We could go get ice cream and stuff. You have no purpose here in the chat. You brighten up the chat. Everybody loves you, except when they're yelling at you for timing people out wrong. You're everybody's favorite. Just because you're not doing a perfect job of time. I've let you run amok in the chat for a whole year, timing out everyone. I'm only cracking down on it now. You are good. I used to feel that. Do you have family to talk to? No. Oh, Jelly, this is my first time in chat and on this channel at all, but I bet you money, my bro, that you're not useless. I don't cheer up the fucking chat. You do, Jelly. Yeah. Everyone who's been in here a while loves you. You absolutely do brighten up the chat. What's Alaska like? I left there when I was 6 weeks old, so I don't really know. You gotta be okay, Jelly. It means the world to me. You have no idea how important you are to me. I'm not purposeful. You're too young to have a real purpose in that sense. Like, the world is gonna deny you purpose, Jelly. The world, you're not purposeful here, but you are. Damn, Crack is watching me again now? Hey, man, what's up? You were blocked from my chat, by the way, Crack. The movie on Tubi. Hold on, Mr. Vancouver. Jelly, what would make you feel useful? You just want to. You just want to feel. The Attic Expeditions came out 2001. Hold on. I'll drop links into the chat. 20 fucking years old. I don't even know what my purpose is. You don't have to patrol the chat anymore. You can just be my favorite person in the chat. You can just be my favorite. That makes you very useful to me. Y'all, I can't be in my house anymore. What happened, Middles? Directed by Jeremy Caston, yes. Jelly, you have mod status, so nobody can time you out. Remember? Jelly's hanging out in here so she can hang out with me. A part of what's bugging her is I'm so distracted by everyone else. It used to be just me and Jelly in here for hours and hours. Every night. It was me and Jelly hanging out. You just don't want to be in your house anymore. I know. Okay, so why is everyone fucking suicidal here? I don't know. Jelly's having a bad night. She's saying she feels useless. Yeah, Cat Addict. Life has no inherent purpose or goal. Twin, the only objective is to be alive and everything else is a cool ass bonus. You are useful and cool, Jelly. Yeah, if you feel useless, doesn't actually have anything to do with how useful you are. That's just a feeling. Feeling useless is like me feeling scared or sad. Crack says he wants to play Fortnite with you. I've never played Fortnite. You have to show me how to do it. But yeah. Yeah, I'd love to. Sounds great. I really liked his, by the way, okay. Jelly, don't delete messages that are supposed to be kind, okay? Marmot's telling you not to be sad. Don't delete his message or their message. Don't do that. Come on, they're trying to be kind to you. Everybody here loves you. Then on mod me, does it matter to you whether you're a mod? You seem to be concerned that you feel useless because you're not useful as a mod, but you have to do it right. I'm here for you and Jelly. She's part of the show. Yeah, Jelly, you're one of the main characters around here. Oh my God, don't delete any more comments that are nice, Jelly. Why are you doing that? Cat Addict and Joey Not Joseph both said really nice things about Jelly. And she deleted them. Jelly, don't do that. Rogan, my FBI agent Crack, wants to play Fortnite with you in Israel. You're the guy that cried yesterday, then went to a hospital after a breakup. After my daughter accused me of raping her, a guy who missed the brief. What are you, retarded? Nah, but for real, I should get Crack and you to do a collab. We need all of our lol cows. I think you're a really good mod, Jelly. You are, Jelly. Jelly, I like it when you run amok in the chat. No one else does. Jelly doing it for attention, I can see it with nothing wrong with that. I'm retarded, you're not, though. Like, when you run amok in the chat and ban people and time them out, I think you have a fun grip on how to do that. But I let Red run amok too. Mr. Vancouver. All right, that's yeah. Yeah, I think that one was good for timing out. See, Jelly, you gotta be here. You gotta be here. Can I ban him for that? I mean, that was weird. They might not know how old Jelly is. Yeah, don't get upset when I tell you you did something wrong as a mod, Jelly. I just got to make sure the modding is like as professional as possible. We got so much bigger an audience in here now. Um, don't let it stress you out. You're you're the channel's first and favorite fan, and always will be. You're a really good artist, Jelly. You're certainly useful for your art. Why did you have so much trouble coming up with something to draw earlier? What's why are you art blocked? Let's go to Israel, the Truth G. Okay, the Truth G. Uh, you mean Palestine? Same difference. Um, okay, I'm gonna get back to the Mandela effect. You got to be okay, Jelly. We all love you. Um, I'll unmod you if you'll keep hanging out, but I don't want you unmodded because are you banned on talking about Israel in the ID? The numbers go south, man. When I start talking about Middle Eastern politics, the words go far fucking south. Cat Addict 33 says, as a diagnosed autistic, a retard, even I enjoy Jelly's work, and then Jelly deleted it. Um, Jelly, you were doing a really good job with the chat the last time when it was going nuts 2 nights ago and there were no other mods in here. Like, I like it better when we can hang out and talk about your art and stuff, though. Um, so what can I do to improve your mood, Jelly? Do you want pie whack it? Do you want me to snuggle her like a baby? She loves that. See? It makes her so happy. It's all right, pie whack it. I'm just fucking with you. Don't beat your sister up. I'm just fucking with you. She's being good. Back to Crack's stream. So the Truth G, somebody, okay, Crack's editor, I gotta unblock them, but I don't know what their handle is. I couldn't find the name to search to unblock them. Any of you guys who are still blocked, I need to know the handle. Like I couldn't, what's his name? But I wanted to say, I started watching one of Crack's videos that his editor, oh my God, Jack Goff. He's the one I can't find. Like that's not his name in my blocked. It's his handle or something else. I did find Crack in the blocked. He is blocked. If it says Crack in an odd font, if that's his handle, then he was blocked and he's unblocked now. Cat Addict, I'm just gonna let Jelly keep blocking messages. So I'm sorry, guys. You gotta be okay, Jelly. We love you. So I started watching one of Crack's videos. Now I was exhausted last night and I'm freaked out. So I only watched literally like 4 minutes of it. The one that has a name with it, something like, is he worse than Hitler? Man, Crack is a really funny dude. If anybody has not seen his videos, like, a smaller creator than me, I think, but like smaller audience, but he's really young. He's really funny. And the editing is awesome. Like I only watched 3 or 4 minutes of it and I almost like went to share it on my page without even finishing watching it. I was so exhausted last night. Like an irresponsible movie critic saying it's great based on, I didn't even get as far as like who that guy is or what that's all about. I was surprised at how witty Crack is. Well, because he was in here for like hours the other night, but I couldn't hear him. So I didn't know like he's witty. I mean, why would he want to hang out watching me if he didn't give a fuck about wit? So far I'm enjoying your movie. I didn't think you took drugs, police dude. Mr. John Porky, how are ya? John Porky, police dude, hey, Crack. Okay, is that you? Okay, I remember you being in here before you got banned. Fuck, Man, we gotta get the chat under control. I'm gonna unban everybody. Are you watching the Attic Expeditions Police, dude? John Porky, you gotta be there. My daughter's on the bus already. She's gonna get there before I do. Crack's actually watching you right now. I figured, but like, I like, hey man, what's up? What was that sound? What was the sound of a pipe that needs something in it? You're watching Attic Expeditions. So Attic Expeditions I wrote in the 90s. Why do you talk like a valley girl? I don't know, like, is that weird or something? Deleted by Jelly. Jelly, I mean, so who will get Red? What do you mean? Red is on her way to Portland to live there, and her landing stop is John Porky's because she's had some stuff mailed there, and she's going to store her things there while she wanders the earth in her tent. While I'm not there, she can crash at John Porky's place if he ain't scared of her. And I'm sure that's basically the plan. Like, she's going to get there a day ahead of me. It's probably best. How many cats do you have and how old are they all and what coats do they have? I love cats so much. I have 2 cats. They're named Pie Wacket and Zoe. They are about 3. Hello keeps talking about you. What the fuck is... She was so concerned with me talking about her. Don't talk about me in your streams. For somebody who's so concerned with me talking about her, yap, 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 like a little fucking dog. Like a little fucking dog. Do you have a part in the movie or did you just write the script? I'm in it. Seth Green bashes my face in with the typewriter. I was supposed to play the Seth Green part when we were going to make it for $75,000, but when they showed my script to casting agents, they started attaching real actors. We got everybody we asked for, like exactly everybody we asked for. Yeah, and I was one of the producers on the Attic Expeditions. I was on the set, so like I painted most of the house, that Candyland looking set. I painted all the purple parts of all the sets, both shades of purple. I sanded the floors. I did some carpentry. I was security. Like they told the Bond company that for the camera package that we'd have professional security on set. Security was me on meth with a baseball bat and a bottle of whiskey, stalking through the house all night. I used to just get really high on speed and just lurk with a baseball bat. You're a purple part painter person, yes. I put up the wallpaper, the fuzzy wallpaper. I put that up. It's me. I'm in the movie like at least 75 times because every time you can't see somebody's face, it's me body doubling. Like I'm body doubling for like all that. Like I'm everybody 10 or 15 times. The monitors in the background, I directed that B unit and had to plan everything. Like in the control room with Jeffrey Combs and, oh man, Jeffrey Combs is a fucking mad genius, dude. That guy. He and I, whenever I'm standing next to him, people ask us if we're brothers, like every 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, hanging out with Jeffrey Combs is weird. He's got really good taste in drugs. Hanging out with him and getting high is really weird because he's got stock gestures and expressions, and every now and then he says or does something that reminds you that he's Jeffrey Combs, and you're like, it's Reanimator, right? Like, you're not going crazy. You've been up for like 50 hours or something, drinking. The Attic Expeditions, right. So, and the second movie I wrote is called Freezer Burn. Several other movies I've written and acted or in or around. I think the best movie I was in, and I was a producer on it, was, oh yeah, The Frighteners. He's so great in The Frighteners, Chatty Chatsworth. You watched a girl get killed in it. Oh, yes and no. It ain't that simple. The reason he's not naked in that scene is I wasn't there to do the body doubling and Andras was a pussy about nudity. They were like, there's supposed to be nudity with like candle wax poured all over the nipples and the genitalia, and they were like, we can't find, like you would have to pay a lot for a stunt guy to do that. Will you do it, Rogan? I'm like, yeah. So there was supposed to be a nude scene, but then I was out of town when they shot the scene. Um, uh, a Hungarian was shot in, I think, World War I and lived for 44 years without sleep. I remember that factoid. Mr. Harry Potter 8, hello. So, I like Andros. He was eating mushrooms the whole movie. I mean, I was high kite myself. When I figured out they weren't going to pay me, I just started doing meth. So I mean, I had to work like 24 hours a day too. Let's be real. You're having what kind of an episode, John Porky? How can we talk about these things and just forget about these past few days? I'm not forgetting about them. I mean, do you want me to go over like the last few days again? It seems counterproductive. For God's sake, can we just chill? I ate a bunch of kratom earlier. I'm gonna start slowing my words down. You look like you've partied back in the day. Yeah, I used to eat so much LSD, I once grew an electric eye in my asshole that could see vegetables from the future backwards. And it grew back. It grew back. It grew backwards itself, and it vanished. Mushrooms make perfect sense, hence your personality. I microdose Amanita mushrooms. And that's what keeps me cheerful. That and just, my outlook. I'm such a positive guy. I'm really positive. Go world. Go team. You just need to be dead. But tomorrow. You're fine for right now. Don't do shit like that on Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Oh. It's Wednesday. Wednesday is anything can happen day. Do you think the drugs could have caused the back pain? No, I have ankylosing spondylitis. It was caused by early childhood food poisoning coupled with a certain genetic marker. My character's name in the movie, in Attic Expeditions, I'm the second security guard. I come in at the end, I bash somebody over the head, I say a couple of funny things, and then Seth Green bashes my face in with the typewriter. Jeremy, for some reason, thought he could make me look bad or intimidate me by doing too many takes of me getting bashed in the face with the typewriter. Like, my back was really out that night. And I had to eat a big fistful of Vicodin for my back to be okay. And then I had to do a big line of meth because of the Vicodin. And then, I still couldn't walk right. So I took more Vicodin, and I did more meth. And then I had to level it off with a couple of shots of tequila from the wardrobe girl. If you watch this scene where I get my face bashed in, for one thing, you can see I'm just not walking right because my back is so fucked up. I'm, running, but it's not. I'm, not moving right. I'm just hiding it. I'm in so much pain. But, my eyes, when I get bashed in the face with the typewriter, you can go through it frame by frame, and I do not flinch at all. It looks like they're just glazed, and the typewriter hits me. It's I don't even know what's happening. Is the crazy lady still there? Nope. She on her way to Portland. 11 minutes in. Molly Ringwald is here. That redhead in that opening scene, police dude, she cheated on the singer for Stone Temple Pilots with me. True story. What's her name? Beth. I don't remember what her stage name is. Her name's Beth. Savage Institute TV wants to legally fight you for 5,000 MMA match. I'm practically crippled. I've only got one kneecap, man. They never repaired my kneecap after it was smashed. And I can't actually, my right leg shouldn't even support my weight. So I can't even plant my foot right for throwing a punch. I mean, is he into dueling? I'd go for dueling pistols. Let's do Russian roulette, but just fire into the ground. Imagine the ratings for that fight. I mean, given that I'd just get my ass kicked, but I'd put up a good show of defending myself. I mean, everybody's going to enjoy watching me get my ass kicked, but like, what? Savage Institute sucks. That guy sucks. Um, I had to kick him out of here for being a dick. I think he's politics. I think he's a dick about politics. I think I've kicked him out twice though. Like I remember because I've kicked him out twice. You should have never done what you did. It's all right, man. You won't do it again, right? Right? That's the point of feeling this bad about it, so you won't do it again. You're wired to be overwhelmed with guilt so that you will remember, like being burned on a stove gives you a PTSD reflex. Did you really get beat up? Hey, QK, but I'm at a hotel. I'm on my way to Portland, Oregon. I've got exactly enough money for gas. I'm going to Portland tomorrow. I'm arriving at the new place in Portland tomorrow. John Porky here is worrying me a little bit, though. Liberal douchebag. I'm a radical socialist, friend. Liberals are not. Liberalism, neoliberalism is a bankrupt cause. I'm a radical libertarian too. I'm all about radical change. Liberalism is the past. The future requires strong leadership. Communist, I mean, maybe. We need strong leaders. You can't kill other people just because you're mad. No. Are you planning to do that? You're not planning to do that, are you? Can you mod QCape? Yeah, QCape hasn't been in for a minute. Good catch, good catch. Have you been writing screenplays at all? You need to do that for long term. I have the software re-upped. I got a year's subscription to the Final Draft. I haven't had time to really I did get as far as the 6 scripts that I think are already ready to sell. They aren't really. Like I got to do a slight but massive rewrite on all of them. I got as far as working on the first one enough to know I've still got game. I'm a little rusty, but it'll work. Like I put in, I don't know, probably 15 hours over 3 or 4 days. But then things started going crazy again. Things got unsettled. Can you tell us how to be a socialist and libertarian simultaneously? Yes. To be an independent operator in the libertarian sense, like an Ayn Rand protagonist, you need a strong government to protect you from entities larger than the individual that will ruin that dream. You got to have the right protections. You got to have a healthcare system that works. You got to have like unemployment when people lose their jobs for bullshit reasons. Things like that. Socialism would turn this beautiful country into a public transit quality wasteland. Socialism is what created Social Security, the interstate system, the postal service. Our military seems to operate fairly well. I mean, that's sort of a socialist enterprise too. No single payer. Libertarians want none of that. Libertarians don't understand what's best for their dream, is what I think. Cut taxes in government is just kind of dumb. I mean, that's simple. It's too simple. Clearly, cutting taxes in government has not served us well right now. The country's falling apart. Are you all right, John Porky? If the reason you're racked with guilt to such an extent that it drives you to drink is that you killed somebody, you got to understand why guilt works that way. You feel guilty, so you won't do it again. You feel tormented, so you won't repeat the mistake, right? Is that what you were talking about? He wants government to tell him what to do and take care of him. Who? Who killed someone? I don't know. Maybe no one. I'm not following. Libertarians want no controls at all. That's right. That's right. And that is That's a problem. Ain't the FBI listening? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Hi, guys. You got a crush on Jenna Ortega Rogan? Who doesn't? Are you kidding? Hello from Mississippi, everyone, says Mark choked. You're in Mississippi? I'm going to say something rude right away, but, um, it messes with me, truth being told. If this is what we're talking about, John Porky, let me say what I was going to say about guilt a minute ago. I don't remember who explained this to me, but the reason guilt overwhelms you and racks you is it's like a kind of micro-traumatic response. It's so you won't do it again. You keep being reminded not to do it again when it's not necessary to be reminded, like you're nagging yourself from inside. Once you understand that's the process, don't let it be emotional. Your feelings are being hurt by parts of you yourself just to prove to yourself that you are too human to do it again, or to do the horrible thing that you think you shouldn't need to do again. Do you have a place to stay once you get to Portland? Yes, with John Porky here, who I'm talking to. Psychotherapy should sponsor this channel. Too many radicals in this country. There aren't enough. Country's falling apart. Radicalism of some kind is what's going to save it. Reliable, fro-facing, conservative, principled, old-fashioned. These things aren't going to work anymore. They're failing us. I don't know what kind of radicalism is going to save us yet, though. This is why I'm not preaching any. I want a libertarian. I think that the general drift of what's going to happen is the upstart Arab socialists taking over the Democratic Party are going to goad the Republicans to be genuinely conservative in a way that kicks up real leadership. That's what I think. I hope. Might be who wants to know. You must be from Mississippi, spelling might, M-I-T-E. Cut government, cut taxes, no single payer, no illegal aliens. There's no such thing as an illegal alien. It's just a paperwork problem. They don't want to give paperwork to people that they can screw out of Social Security benefits. It's not how the system was ever supposed to work. This country is supposed to have open borders. Give me you're hungry, you're tired, you're poor. Love watching this middle-aged Hollywood fella talking to strangers with brain rot usernames well into the night and providing wisdoms on politics and mental. I'm doing my best. Oh, please. Well, I mean, the blacks, if you're stupid, there's no point in talking to you. If you just want to come in here and pretend you know shit you don't know about politics we don't even want to be discussing, just get on the same page with the people in here with brains before you know what, let's just get rid of you. If you're going to insist on talking about politics, at least, like, can't party line some motherfucker's paying you to think, or paying somebody to trick you into thinking, even worse. Until a real third party. Yeah, no, Brian, I don't think, and if it's either a third party or it's a real political leader, somebody who's a transformational leader like Obama or Trump, but who will bring real competency. We just need competency. We need the trains to run on time. It may be a fascist dictator. It may be a socialist. But there isn't a leader out there. Like, there just isn't. You should not have done these things. You feel like John Wayne Gacy. You might have to call CPS because you're scared, Noodles. What's going on? Yeah, good point, Cat Addict. The Gacy's of the world do not feel remorse. Yeah, he's a complete sociopath. If you feel bad about something you did, then you're not on that page. Are you related to JWC? I don't know what that stands for. Your mom keeps hitting you now, Noodles? Right now? Hit her back. Noodles, you calling CPS, I don't know, but you can call 911. You can call the police, and they'll decide on CPS. And then you don't have to. You're talking about CPS because somebody has you thinking you're going to do a terrible thing if you call CPS on your mom. If she's hitting you and you can't take it, call the cops. No, she keeps coming in my room and hitting me. It bothers you every night. You shouldn't have done this. Well, we're going to talk about it, John Porky. Want to see you. And we're going to talk about it. You need them to arrest you and put you in jail for a crime you haven't served time for? Because I thought you'd done some time for something. And I thought we agreed as a society, if you've done your time, you don't really got to talk about it. Right? I mean, you really think you're going to hurt somebody else because you're unhinged? Genuinely? Right about Porky, tinfoil hatter, I don't have a problem with this conversation. I'm safe around Porky. I don't know yet. It's hard to breathe, kinda, Noodles. Do you mean your Ghoulies Grotto? Good on you. No too much on chemotherapy. It's hard to breathe, Noodles. How come? Like you're panicking or you're injured? Your chest hurts and she hit you in the chest. We'll take a deep breath and try to get calm for a second and then make an executive decision, Noodles. Meaning, an executive decision means you're the boss. You know you're the grown-up in that house, even though you're not. You got to decide when it's time for your mom to stop. Ryan, he's not, I don't know what you're thinking, but somebody talking about they might want to kill somebody and they feel bad and there isn't a specific thing they're saying they're going to do, the FBI is not going to talk to them about that. The cops are not going to talk to them about that. Almost everybody wants to kill people every day. I can't, she keeps coming in every 5 minutes. Yeah, Noodles, I hate to tell you what to do. I hadn't seen you panic like this before. Maybe you should call the police. You can call 911 and tell them she's freaking out. You don't even have to throw it in the hands of the grown-ups. I know you're thinking of CPS because you're worried about your household being broken up. It's like with me and Red. You got to decide where the line is past which you're not safe. You can text 911. Do you have a phone and you can't make a call? She ripped my door off the fucking hinge. Do you have a phone? Can you make a call, Noodles? Do you need one of us to call 911 for you? The subject shifted when we were talking about the Mandela effect. I didn't even really get to talk about my theory of the crisis, the post-crisis. You're on your phone. Call 911. Call 911. Come on. They can make the decision for you. You don't need to do this. Just call 911. You don't got to take the hit anymore. Come on. I've never left. You can't call 911. How come? So somebody can call for you. How come you can't call 911? Is he trolling? Noodles is almost certainly not trolling. I shouldn't be allowed to be here. I've done terrible things and helping others won't help. But it does, John Porky. It does. Helping others does help. Trust me. Um, I don't know if you know this. Noodles, you gotta get the police there. What can we do? What can we do to help you get the police there? Please, I hope you're not trolling. But we you need to be right with Jesus before you leave. Right. But what that may require is years of hard work recovering yourself here. Um, noodles, noodles. Why can't you call 911? You've got a phone. You've got to call 911. If Noodles can chat in here, can call 911. Period. That's what I don't. That's what I'm thinking. Like this. I hope you're not trolling us. Did you get oil for your car? Yes, I dumped in a quart, but I'm gonna. Why the fuck would I troll like this? I don't know, but call 911. Call 911. Call 911. Why aren't you calling 911? Call 911. You've got a phone. You hear what? Like you can call 911 and just leave the line open. Is that it? You think you're gonna hear she's gonna hear you on the phone? Hi, Null Saint. How are you? He'll be right back. Okay, Noodles. Okay, Noodles. Wait, you're right. Right about what? Is it that Noodles' mom will hear her? John Porky, how do you forgive murder? Be for real. It's a Christian thing, John Porky. And you don't you gotta make up for it. Personally, one-on-one with other people, as best you can. Dostoevsky went through this. Dostoevsky committed murder when he was young, and probably rape too, though it's not known for a fact. It's sort of inferential from his work. Dostoevsky felt that if you do your time for a crime of which you are guilty and found guilty, the state punishes you the way it should. Then the rest is about your relationship with God, your relationship with a Christian God. Work that out with Jesus, but I mean, we'll talk about this when I see you, man. Yeah. I don't want to try to give you any more generalized advice or input, but yeah, I hope Noodles is okay too. Noodles has been dealing with this situation sort of ongoing and escalating for a while now. Moses was a murderer. God still chose him. And there's a lot of other examples from the Bible. Varg killed Hieronymus. I'm not sure he felt guilt the right way. Well, I didn't know that Dostoevsky might have raped somebody. I thought it was a prevalent theme in his works because he witnessed an attack of that kind when he was a child and it traumatized him tons. Maybe. I read a long essay about it that went into his sort of fascination with sexual assault and the recurrent images. Also, that he went to prison for something I think mostly political, but he felt guilty for some crime he'd committed, murder or a rape and murder, that you need to be in prison for something you've done that you haven't been in prison for, John Porky, because prison isn't actually rehabilitative. I mean, there is, like in Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, If you've gotten away with something and the guilt is eating you up, you haven't gotten away with it, and maybe you should turn yourself in. But if you feel this guilty about something, I would suggest you can do the world more good outside of prison. The reason to do that is if you think you're going to do something in the future. Maybe you should, so you feel like you've gotten away with something. Are you in danger of doing, like, do you feel like you're unhinged? Or was this a personal matter that's a done deal? John Perky, there have been humans who have done far worse than you, who have done right by the people they've wronged by just trying to help others and lead the rest of their lives well. Yeah, prison is definitely not rehabilitation. It predominantly teaches criminals how to be more. I'm not worried about what it teaches you, but I don't think it rarely helps. But in Crime and Punishment, Raskolnikov turns himself in for the murder because he becomes basically non-functional psychologically, because he's gotten away with it. You can't live with that. He's also realized it was a meaningless murder that gained him nothing. Someone is streaming you and mocking you. Oh no, shit. Do you think I should consider myself above being open to earnest ridicule? Really? Are you saying I'm not ridiculous? There's no way to lolcow me. The Mississippi Fed's posting my phone number, which is on my Facebook page. Yes, that 601 number is my number. By the way, Crack, that's my phone number. Those three comments from Mississippi Feds. Oh, it's blocked. I was gonna tell him to grab my phone number. Why it's there? They're just doxed my phone number, Laser. It's one of the stalkers from Mississippi. My phone number's on my Facebook page though, so it's doxed already. I use that phone just for this stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's like two different things that could be going on here, John. If you think you're going to do something else violent, do you think you're in danger of doing more violent things? It sounds more like you did something for a personal reason that was maybe a dumb or a bad reason, or maybe you regret it for reasons that have to do with the other person, the victim. Dostoevsky seems to think prison is only rehabilitative in the context of embedding oneself in asceticism and Christian remorse is the way out of the prison of the mind. YouTube allowed for people doxing numbers in chat. I mean, what am I supposed to do about it? These people death threaten me constantly, too. Constantly. They constantly call me a pedophile. They constantly call me a rapist. We're not talking about the Mandela effect no more, aren't we? Are you sure? Psychiatric facility is better than prison. Everything rehabilitative that prison or a psychiatric facility can do, you can manage on your own, on the loose, outside in the free man in the real world. Create your own program of rehabilitation. Not cool. Red might be in danger, huh? Let's get to that later. Thou shalt not murder. That's correct. Also, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, and soldiers who go to war aren't sinners. There are reasonable personal reasons to commit murder. Are you talking about murder in that sense, like it's a personal thing, or murder in the sense that it's some psycho thing that you're out of? So wait, you're going to stay with this John Porky guy when you get to Portland? Red is already on a bus on her way to him. She got on the bus 4 hours ago. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a plan B, Cabe. Uh, I mean, I have the car. I could drive somewhere else. Do you think you're in danger of committing a crime in the future? Are you talking about having a problem with wanting to do things that you're fighting the impulse to do, John Porky? Or are you talking about having committed a crime and gotten away with it? I mean, I've talked in here about the time I plotted to shoot somebody and then he wasn't there at work the day I was going to go in there. But I would have shot that motherfucker if he'd been at work that day. I don't know how I would have felt about it later. But if you're talking about that kind of thing, it's personal. Yeah, you want to apologize? That's a good question. What does he want to apologize for? Guess who I am? I don't know. It might be Sophie. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. What does that really mean, though? It means you shouldn't be waiting for an opportunity to fuck your neighbor's wife while he isn't around. Uh, I'm sorry for calling you a predator. Are you Sophie? Who is this? It seems a little. It's either a little early or a little late for this conversation. I'm glad I can't afford beer. I think. I feel like of all those ones that might be one of the easier commandments to understand, I'm the boy Sal. Yeah, I call bullshit. I said too much. Call bullshit on which, Adler? Oh, it's one of the many personalities of Sal. I think John Porky is earnest here. I'm trying to figure out whether I should be worried about Red. I'm not categorically scared of Red being around somebody who's committed murder. But there's different. I mean, that's all I'm getting at, John Porky. I don't need to worry about Red, do I? You know you're wrong. Sorry saying that. Okay, the boy Sal. Thank you for the apology. Red is demonic. She's into demons. Yes. It's true. It seems to be causing her some trouble. Plan B is get a hotel and find a front of house manager job, then find a cheap apartment, isn't it? I mean, the amount of money right there. Like, I was confused when she said stuff about Lucifer. Yeah, a cat addict, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, there's murder and there's murder. Mandela died 3 times. The Mandela effect. Timelines merger together as aliens involved with this. Well, he's the light bearer. Rogan, can you call him? Yes, but I'd have to end the stream. John Porky, you want to talk on the phone? I just hope Jesus forgives me. John Porky, reassure me Red is safe, all right? Tell me Red's safe. Do you want to talk on the phone? Do we think Noodles is talking to the cops? I think so. Off this stream, call him. Well, he doesn't answer the phone, usually, actually. If I call you, will you answer the phone, John Porky? I'm really a person who just wants to say sorry because I was brainwashed by Red's magic? Can somebody tell me what's astrologically going on today? Is there a full moon or something? Like, for real. Magic with a K. Red is safe. All right, John Porky. All right, John Porky. All right. So, like, it narrows down the category of the kinds of things we're talking about. There was an eclipse? Really? Hey, Schmungus Wungus. Schmungus Wungus. You can't see when your eyes are closed. Please help. What you do is you cut the eyelids off. You get a pair of scissors and you pull the eyelid way, way out, like a little pair of like tiny scissors, and you cut right along there, all the way across. It's best if you get somebody to help you, if they've got like a piece of sponge or something to mop up the blood, because it'll get messy pretty quick. And you want to do it carefully but quickly. And you don't need to take off both eyelids because you only need one eye to see while you're trying to sleep, if that's what you're worried about. If you're paranoid about like things like skinwalkers sneaking up on you in your sleep, and that's, you want to keep an eye on them, you only have to keep one eye on them. Audiobooks or something. I do late night readings. There's a set of 50 streams that are Lord of the Rings in its entirety. I did a bunch of Lovecraft streams. Yeah, I was gonna do a reading stream tonight. I'm still thinking about it. 7 planets aligned. Somebody was talking about that. Is that going on right now? What do you take for the pain? What kind of pain? I see your 6 and 7, Zig and Zag. Schmungus Wungus, I was asking you. I wanted to ask you, are there any streams with you playing guitar, singing? A bunch. Something I ate fucked up my tongue. I've got like a broken tooth and a tongue. I think Noodles might be calling CPS. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, John Porky, or the day after. I'm gonna see you either tomorrow or the day after that. We can talk about this in person. I'm not gonna call John Porky right now on the phone. I always have trouble understanding him on the phone. Like, I'm half deaf and he's very soft spoken. And I can trust John. Sorry, what happened? I haven't really been paying attention. I was gonna play guitar and sing. I feel like there's a couple of things here, a couple of threads I've dropped. Yeah, John Porky, tell me if you want me to call you. I'll shut the stream down and call you. You just gotta hold on for a couple of days. I'm gonna be there. I'll help you figure this out. I will help you figure this out. Just give me a couple of days to get there. Don't go crazy over this. Schmungus Wungus, so do you not like your dad? Yeah, they're always leaking my phone number. Why does Red cry, then get angry, her mood changes, and tries to go in the bathroom? I'm not saying you're not bad yourself in a way. We all suck, but she's scary. She's got mental health issues. She needs attended. Astrology is fascinating, especially in this simulation. I'm getting a cup of water. I need to not do this to anybody else. Well, I'll help you figure that out. A little worried about Red. Yeah, don't do it to anyone else. I mean, I don't know why you... Do you think you're out of control? You think you're going to do something violent that you're not in control of making a decision about it? That's sort of really what I'm getting at. Like... I'd probably whack you. What's up? Will you answer the phone if I call you? The kiddies need to see John Porky. Yeah, I wouldn't... I have no qualms about John Porky myself on any level in any way. No. I'm worried about the intersection here between John Porky and Red. I would, if Red were not in this equation, John, I would just drop this right now and say, we'll talk about it when I'm standing next to you. You said Red's going to be safe, so... Do I know where John Porky's at right now? I assume he's in his place. I'm going to go so I can... Schmungus Wungus, I want it... So, you... Do you not like your dad? Let me talk to you here. Because, yeah, I'm worried about you. You seem really upset. You're watching your live stream to study your English. Cool, Yuri-san. Arigato. Mr. Funk, you were on another channel I go to saying the exact same thing and got banned because it is obvious what their pronouns were. Are you being a troll? Wait, Fahanda Clark, does that have anything to do with in here? Did you type that in the wrong place just now? Or am I not seeing all my comments? You're studying oncology drugs, it's so boring. Take breaks and look at pictures of the tumors and videos of the surgery. It's not boring. And then it'll remind you why you're studying oncology. You can get in the blood and the guts. No, I meant it. Wait, I don't know. You just feel betrayed because my mom not even a week ago was saying she loves me. That's obviously a lie because she literally left and ran off with some guy. Parents prioritizing their own lives over their kids doesn't mean they don't love them. It means they're selfish. Doesn't mean they don't love you. Parents are intrinsically selfish. They wouldn't bring someone into the world without being able to get their permission to do it unless they were selfish. You got me and John Porky here, right here, both of us, talking about regretting being born all the time. Our parents never asked us. Selfish. They know you're going to die. Your parents knew you were going to die. You can't expect them not to be selfish. Parents they're that selfish all the time. If they were circumspect, reflective, and ethical, they wouldn't have kids. It's murder. Your kids die. So, you're thirsty. How long have you been awake and drinking, John Porky? But your parents knew they were going to die and so on, right? All parents are that kind of irresponsible. I'm not saying they're literally murderers. I'm just saying you bring someone into the world, you're going to cause their death. It's like people who buy a kitten and then they get annoyed when it's a full-grown cat. Like Schmungus Wuggus is the exact age where you become aware how much your parents don't, the ways in which your parents will never really care. There are certain kinds of things that some parents, most parents are incapable of, that all parents are kind of narcissistic. Um, what is it, buddy? What you doing, Pie Whack? What's going on, man? Anyway, John Porky, you need Pie and Zoe. I'm bringing you these two cats. They'll cheer you up. They'll cheer you up. Troubling activity in tropics. Active season ahead. John needs a Gatorade. Yeah, you just dehydrated from drinking too much for too long, John? Who is Slopatron? How you doing, Felice Grotto? You having a good time? Can I get you a drink or something? Um, uh, huh. I feel like there's several things here. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm just gonna play Jupiter's favorite song. All right, John Porky. Jupiter's favorite song. Any advice on how to go outside? I thought we talked about this. You got to find the door first or a window, right? I don't know how I injured my fucking tongue. I got too enthusiastic about that sandwich earlier. My fucked up teeth. Do you like Rush? I've not really gotten into them. Kinda. Like I know I seem really old for thinking like maybe I'll eventually get into Rush. The doors and windows are contaminated. So maybe like cover up before you pass through. Contaminated. What's a door? It's the thing that should never be opened. Contaminated with what? Like that's what I'm. I will in 3 days. What? What? Why has this gotten... I thought yesterday was ominous. The fuck, dude? Yo. What? What? The Wenergies have been weird lately. I'll say, and how? What is even up? Gold coin. Aaron Scott, thank you. When you're sitting at a table with friends and they talk about a subject you don't know, but you gotta act like you know about the subject? No. It's just a sign of the times. Right, are we gonna get back to the Mandela effect here? Because now I'm not so enthusiastic about talking about the evidence that my personal timeline has changed. But we were promoting attic expeditions in 2001, the top of September. I remember this because we finished Freezer Burn right afterwards. And that script was 9/10/01. So I'm going through these boxes of just personal stuff and throwing away everything, every little last piece of personal memorabilia I've ever saved. And I hadn't thought about that Dragon Con for like 20 years when this happened. So, and I was stoned. So first I find the registration card for the... I don't remember which thing was which. There's a registration card and there's a booklet with all the events and panels and stuff. And there's the badge, the giant long badge. Like when you bring Alice Cooper to Dragon Con, you get a special extra badge. Like once they literally opened a bar because I asked for a drink in a room where there wasn't staff serving drinks, and they turned it into a spontaneous speakeasy, the suite, just for me. Like I was like, can we get a drink in here? This was open earlier, and like 3 staff came. They like looked at my badge and they were like, yes sir, right this way. And like 3 staff came and set up and started, moving free drinks. And then like they had a guy watching the door, and just when people would come by and ask for a drink, they would ask me if they were allowed to come in, until it was just like a spontaneous private party with like 11 handpicked people. Like to bring Alice Cooper to Dragon Con and they will treat you like royalty as well. So those were the 3 objects: the badge, the card, the booklet. The card had just the panels I was on listed in it. So like the 3 or 4 things I was doing all weekend. Like they had me sit on panels. I sat on a screenwriting panel with Harlan Ellison that nobody else showed up for at 10 in the morning on Sunday. I had to leave my girlfriend alone with Ted Raimi at midnight so that I would get enough sleep to deal with Harlan Ellison at 10 in the morning. I don't remember which piece of evidence was which, but the first thing I found in the box said 2002. I think it was the badge, because there wasn't any other contextual evidence. And I was like, do I need this badge? It's super cool. You know what? I'll throw it away. But it said 2002, and I wasn't thinking about the thing with the dates and knowing for sure it was 2001 because of the one date. I just hadn't thought about it in 20 years. I'm brushing my teeth. Let's probably whack it. So then I found the one that had a right year on it. But I think the big book also said 2002. But in any case, because I was high on speed, I was being very assiduous about cleaning up the trash as I went. So the thing that said 2002 went into the trash. I took the trash out. Next day was trash day. Next day I get up to go continue the project of cleaning everything. And then I find the thing that says 2001. And then I remember that's the right day. And like I said, I was high on speed, but not like strung out on speed. I was high on speed in a dead focused, I am absolutely sure of what I was looking at way. Like, I know it said 2002. And I was only there 1 year. 2000 things did get strange at the turn of the century. But 2020 to 2022 is when they seem to go entirely sideways. And the continuity was rewritten. I'm not the same guy. It's like, how on Twin Peaks, second season, a whole new team of writers comes in, and then just all the subplots with the characters don't make sense. They don't line up right. The understanding of the characters is just deeply flawed. It's like that. Only it's the real people. I started joking about the continuity being rewritten. But it's like, by about 2022, I had become somebody who was no longer interested in women and no longer drank. And no longer had an interest in LSD. It's like, I'm just a different person than I was before. And mind you, I'm middle aged, so like that's sort of supposed to happen. But like the idea that there was a long stretch where I just genuinely was not interested in alcohol or women. I'm still not interested in women in the sense that I used to be. Like I don't want to hook up. Like I'm very ambivalent. What is this, Pine Wacket? What's going on? What is it? Uh, this is very odd. Yes? What are you watching me for? This is very strange, Pie Wacket. What are you looking at? What? What is it? That is so weird. So sleepy. You should go to sleep. Go to sleep. Get some rest. Red's gonna be there this time tomorrow, a little bit later. There's a ghost around you, ghost in the room. It was weird the way she was following sort of my hand there, right? Like she's still doing it a little bit. What is this, Pie? What's going on? Probably wondering why you're not in bed. Well, she does worry when I'm gonna lie down and see if that changes how she acts. Yeah. She does fuss at me about being irregular with my schedule. But this is kind of early for me. She wants to walk on me. Usually she walks on me like this when she's worried about me. I love you, buddy. Now she's purring. Is your sister gonna get up? I love you, Pie Wagon. You're a good kitty. Your mom hates cats. I want to convince her to play with one. Please help. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she might know that my heart is being weird, Chatty. She notices when I'm upset. Pie Wacket's my familiar. Zoe is our cat. But this one, the one that's crawling on me right now, Pie Wacket, she's really responsive to me and tied to me really closely. Zoe loves me too, but Zoe's just a cat. This one here is smart and weird and sort of like to the extent that I am witchy and some kind of wizard, this cat is my familiar for sure. Pie. And now Zoe's over here. Zoe, hello. Hello, Zoe. What's going on? This is so strange. See, John Porky, the cats know you need the. Look at this. They don't do this normally. Do you see what they're doing? That's for you, John Porky. I'm bringing you these cats so they can help cure you too. They're not torty, they're cryptic tortoise shells. Jelly calls them obsipaz kitties. Where did Jelly go? Is she all right? LMAO Judas? Starfish lover. Demon Judas. Wait, what did I miss there? Pie Wacket. This is a very strange expression you have. I love you very much. This is really weird. I love you, Zoe. Huh. I wonder what this is about. This is Pie Wacket, and this one's Zoe. Does Pie like us? Pie is very aware of the stream. You saw, like, she'll come and walk around the camera. She'll walk around wherever the phone is sitting, look into it. It's hard to tell. Uh, um, like she seems weirdly more conscious than she should be for a cat, but she's really smart for a cat. Um, you miss who, John Porky? Why do I feel like you have a bad hygiene? I don't know, man. I don't. You kidding? Might be because I'm not good at shaving little hairs around the corners of my face. Like I'm not good at like like cutesy girly personal grooming. So like you might subconsciously be noticing like old dude has little hairs in his ears and stuff. And so it triggers the like guy probably smells bad response. I hadn't shaved right today either. One day when I grow up, I want to be a druggie, then lose my house and live on the street. That happened to me. Those things weren't all related, like you lined them up there, but Ghoulie Squad, okay. Wait. Um, Zoe. What's up, Zoe? Why are you and your sister being so strange? Cuddly. This is also really nerve-wracking. Because cats know when things are going to go south. Sometimes they're weirdly affectionate before a disaster, like a knock wood. Things are going to go smoothly, right? Things are going to go well. Adler's trying to speed run a tough life. Pie Wacket, I love you very much. What the fuck, dude? These guys never do this. What a good kitty. I think they're just happy to have a peaceful evening. Yeah, they had 2 in a row. Red and the dog aren't here. Yeah. And we didn't go anywhere today, so they got to stay in one place all day. Yeah, and that's the first time for several days that's happened. Yeah, Pie and Zoe are here for you, John Porky. I thought about leaving them with Christina, and I talked about it with her because I knew they'd be safe there and they wouldn't get stuck by the side of the road. And she was like, John Porky's he needs those cats. All right. So you said you were thirsty, John Porky, and you said you were tired. So you should probably drink a big glass of something cold and go to sleep, right? I'm gonna go to sleep myself here presently. Now, this is kind of early for me. I only slept 5 hours last night. I lately I can only sleep 5 hours. I can't get back to sleep unless like if I have the time, I will dope myself into a second round of sleep. But I consistently, without like Henny, yeah, no, water or Gatorade or both. Yeah, yeah. Hennessy is an Arrested Development song. Man, I hadn't drunk Hennessy in a long time, John Porky, if you're a Hennessy drinker. That's interesting. Because the guy I used to drink Hennessy with, like, in my mind, hits a lot of the same, like, sort of personal, like, archetypal markers that you do. He was a black dude I worked with who was really into, like, classic fantasy and science fiction. And is so, like, culturally against the grain, like, that we would always talk about, like, Edgar Rice Burroughs and H.P. Lovecraft and stuff at work. I think he was a Tolkien fan, too. Dude named Jerome. That was his name. Um, are you going to bed, Ghoulies Grotto? Yeah, I'm gonna call it in a minute myself. I'm fading fast now because I took them dope to knock myself out. I hope Noodles is okay. This is really like the thing with Noodles, Jelly freaking out. It's really like as a live streamer, these young people who like the ones who are like 12, 13, 14, I can't follow up in friendly ways just to make sure they're all right. Like categorically, like I can't. Like I can't make sure I have Noodles' phone number and so I can call 911 for her, I can check in on her. Like I just can't. It's just not um like if I were a school teacher or a psychologist, social worker, that's their remit. But in here, like it's my job to entertain. Like I can only offer sympathy and understanding and like I really can't even call. Like when Jelly was acting really flipped out and suicidal a few weeks ago, like I had her phone number. I can't call her. I just can't. Like that just would be weird. Unfortunately, that's part of why having young ones in the stream can be problematic. Yeah, Chatney. And there's another thing. So I've had two close friends. Medieval times there were 2 sleeps per night. Yeah, I'm starting to get to be that way, Danielle. I straight up wake up after 5 hours of sleep, and if I don't force myself to go back to sleep by taking a round of gummies or something in the morning and then taking another long nap, then I just like I have a long ass day like today, or I just end up having to take a nap in the afternoon. Yeah, the thing of waking up for a couple of hours in the middle of the night. I do that, but my middle of the night is really late. My middle of the night is like 7 or 8 in the morning. I did that today. I woke up at like 8:30 and I was like, you know what? Instead of going back to sleep, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna pay for the hotel room for another day, and I'm gonna go take care of this stuff. Alex Gray, how are you? Um, yeah. So I've known 2 women who wanted to be child psychologists, and both of them trained up for the field. And John Porky, oh my goodness, I'm so sleepy. Go to bed. You've been having this problem where the drinking is keeping you up. You get almost manic. Go to bed now while you're sleepy. I'm gonna call the stream in like just a minute. Um, right, the sleeping thing. Is that what I was trying to talk about, or did I let myself get distracted? How are you, Alex Gray? Oh, right, the young people, right. So I've had 2 friends tell me the exact same thing. The child psychologists, they want to be therapists for children. They love kids. They're too weird to have kids. Like they're both like that kind of person. Um, uh, they both said it was just the most disheartening profession ever because every time, almost every time, the problem the kid is being brought to them for is something the parents are just straight causing. How are you, Noodles? Are you all right? What happened? I didn't want to stop until you came back. You're okay and you're safe. Why did I say that? I don't know. That was rude. She, Chatty said they were going to give their pillow head. That's different. Sorry. Noodles, what happened? You didn't call CPS or 911? No. Did you figure out some other way to get it to stop or de-escalate? Are you injured? You doing all right? Where is police dude? He was really ill and he was talking about lying on the sidewalk. And I lost track of him. I think he said he was out. I just screamed at her until she started crying. That worked? You must be hell of intimidating for a 12-year-old, my friend. That worked? You really hurt, though. Oh, he was watching Attic Expeditions. That's right. I have no idea how somebody who's never taken weird drugs is going to take that movie. They totally like cut the scenes that explain what's going on in it, so it's a little incoherent. It's all right. I knew the director was going to make an incoherent movie. I tried to disguise it as intentional. I mean, it's not a good movie. I mean, I don't know if I'd really want to make good movies. Good movies are boring. They did work. You said that you were having trouble breathing because you got hit in the chest. Is that clearly just a bruise? Like, you know what I mean? Like, once the injury settles a little, you know whether it's a bruise or something worse. That was just a bruise, right? You can't fall asleep. You're not trying. That was like 5 minutes ago. I got to start doing these reading streams again. People need to be able to get to sleep. I just screamed at her until she cried. You're going to be up all night? Did you sleep at all today? Zoe. What you doing, buddy? What's that noise? I got big bruises and she whipped some of my hair up, but it was like a couple of strands. You met Paul McCartney today? Really? That must be weird, man. How long did you get to interact with him? Did you get to have a real conversation, or is it just like in passing, shaking hands, whatever? She's calm and she's asleep. I was worried about the chest pains. Like you got hit in the chest. You could get a cracked rib or something. Like if the bruise in your chest, is it just a bruise? It's just a bruise? Sorry about your hair, kid. That's Sir Paul McCartney. Yeah, your chest is fine, all right. Well, I was just saying before you just came back in, there's not a hell of a lot I can do. When young people in here really need adult help, like there's a hard line. Like all I can do is be a guy talking inside the phone. Like like some of you of the youngest of my fans are sometimes in real hard places, and I can't like really be your friend. I can't call. Like I ain't my business, not my job. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're okay. Just a handshake. I would have loved that though. Yeah, I mean, guys like that, I don't know that you ever really get to. It's always work. I worked with Alice Cooper. He made it seem like we did a banquet at Dragon Con, so we genuinely got to hang out together. That was pretty cool for over dinner. What is this? Thank you for the gift, RJ Hembrick. What is this? What is with you guys? Can you shout out my best friend Dixon? Is that Dixon Myers? I bet it is. What is this, you guys? What are you doing? This is just so atypical. What? Get some sleep, Noodles. Get some rest. I'm sorry you're going through all that. I wish there was something more I could do to help other than be here to listen to you, maybe give some advice. I don't know. Just remember, you always have an exit. You can always pull an exit. Like, you can blow shit up. You can call CPS and the cops. You can always do that. And it's kind of like with the thing I had with Red yesterday. You got to pull the alarm before the one that's the real disaster, right? Like me and Red, this horrible situation yesterday. The next time she did that was going to be the one that really destroys lives and messes things up, right? You got to get out. You got to take the warning sign. I'm scared to do anything that big. I know. I know. I had a real fucked up mom. She wasn't physically abused. Well, I don't know. Don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I yeah. Just make sure you think about how bad it's gonna be next time. Like if you know it gets worse, it gets better, it gets worse, it gets better. I don't know the pattern it undergoes, but every time this happens, you consider carefully how bad the next one's gonna be. That's what you need to pay attention to. Because you always, again, like with this thing with Red, she was acting weird last week, then she was acting weirder the other day in Iowa, then she acted super weird yesterday and the day before. Next time it's going to be physical violence or she gets me genuinely arrested for something she made up. Like, clearly. I had to pull the plug now. So, you're going to call 988 as soon as you end stream? Okay, John Porky. Make sure you're good. I'm going to end stream then. Good night, Noodles. Good night, John Porky. Give me a call or text me. All right? Let me know how that goes. My phone is set to, if you call me or text me, I'm not getting notifies because of all the death threats. I'm getting so many death threats now. Like when I get out of stream, there's going to be a couple of dozen transcripts of messages that are death threats. So, and like dozens of blocked numbers. So if you call me or text me, I can't but I'll check in. If you text me, I'll look. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.